Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim. I have to head into town to pay the tax man, or give the tax man or my accountant the paperwork for the taxes. You'll see that? That's the Santiam River. It's near my house. My family holds some water rights on a creek that's north of here, but the Santiam is, well, that's the main river around here. I've got to go into town to drop this paperwork off, so I figured, what the heck, as long as I'm going, why don't I show you the scenic way around my neck of the woods. And I think I'll do that. Take a look at this. What you're seeing is the ridge by McCully Mountain up there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's that gray blurb on the horizon. Well, it's not that far. We're in a canyon here, and on the other side of it is Fern Ridge, and this is McCully Mountain Ridge. And anyway, I'll show you, because we're going to go up on top of that. So hold tight for a minute, and I'll bring you back when we're going through the mill. You see, we're about to head down another road. Ooh. And this is the road past this little town here. Is because there's a mill here. See the mill? And the mill has been employing people up this canyon for generations. And that's the wood yard. Yeah, it looks pretty empty today. They've been working on it. I've heard them at night, so I figure they are. Anyway, we're climbing up on top of the McCully Mountain Ridge. And when we get up here, I'll show you something that's really kind of spectacular. But as you see, we're gaining altitude a bit. One of the problems here is that this road, it goes south every now and then, and you'll find areas like this where it's got to be repaired. It's been repaired here many times. In the wintertime, this washes out occasionally. But you must agree that that is a spectacular sight there, looking down into the canyon. You can see the hill on the other side of it. That's Fern Ridge. Oh, come on now. I'm not used to this, and I don't like this particular selfie stick it's sitting on. Now you see this cultivated area that looks, well, it looks cultivated, but it's trees. It's because what they're growing here are Christmas trees. It's a big industry around here. And either they grow for wood, you know, the lumber, or they grow for Christmas trees. But this is why Oregon is called God's country at the end of the Oregon Trail. You can see the power lines there. There's a dam up the canyon. Actually, there's a couple of dams up the canyon, and they produce a lot of hydropower around here. They built those dams dang near, what, 70 years ago, and other than upkeep, maintenance, and fixing the power lines, it's virtually free power. Anyway, as you see, we're still climbing, and still climbing. This is the main road to go down into the town. So, I do this seldom, you know. And there's a logging truck coming back the other way. By the way, I am dressed socially. That's an old euphemism meaning I am armed. Anyway, I'm going to stop here. Well, not stop. I'm going to stop you guys, and I'll start it back up again in a minute because I want to show you the view from the top of McCully Mountain Ridge. This will give you an idea of how high up we are. That's the base of the canyon I live in. A lot of folks live up here. But you have to be pretty hardy to put up with life up here. Because in the wintertime it can get either wet, very snowy and icy and cold. And you better have plenty of food and other supplies on hand, because otherwise, well, you're going to be stuck in for a while. And about everybody here burns wood for heat. I mean, after all, trees are made of it. And there seems to be a lot of them around here. A wonderful field. I bet it's pretty hardy in the springtime when you plant it. I don't know, you can grow damn near anything in this country around here. One of the fellows up here, maybe it's this guy, I can't remember. But he has an airplane, and yes, I think it's this guy. That's his hangar, and he runs a plane in and out of there. Okay, now this is a really good shot of the canyon. That's a good 800,000 foot down, something like that. I remember back in fall, this was just covered in, I forget what the crop they had here, but it was quite a crop. And that hill over there was recently logged. Oregon has an interesting rule. If you log a tree out, you've got to plant two. So there'll be a crew out there planting in a while. Yeah, the trees only grow back in about 50 to 70 years, but that's just the way they do it around here. They've been doing that for, good 100 years or so. But can you imagine if you were living up here? I mean, it would be paradise except for one thing. If you were a kid, a teenager or something like that, and you're living up here, and you can't stand the kid who lives in the next house over, it's about a mile away, or Becky Sue who lives over there thinks that you're absolute dirt, you better go off somewhere else to find yourself some company or some romance. But you can see what the canyon looks like going out that way. I'm looking west at the moment, and on the far horizon you can see the coastal range. On the other side of that is the Pacific Ocean. There's the Pacific Ocean, the coastal range, the main Willamette River Valley. This is a hill from a tributary of the Willamette, and then the Cascades, which are behind me. So, but this is the country that I drive through if I have to go into town. I don't say every day, maybe once a month or so. But I just thought you folks would like to see the scenery that I see every day. Happy trails. Addendum. My canyon runs west-east, and I just thought I'd show you the one mountain that oh gosh, what's this? Show you the one mountain that stands at the edge of our canyon. It's a pretty tall one. As you can see, snowpack is up there right now, and these are some of the foothills of it. But if you look over there, the really white one on the end, that's Mount Jefferson, or as we call it, Mount Jeff. Mount Jeff is a pretty dang tall mountain, and the only thing between me and Mount Jeff, there's a pass, and it goes through the Cascades. So that is the high Cascades up there. And from where I am, it would take a good 40 minutes to maybe an hour to get up there or through it at this time of year. But it's a pretty cool thing. By the way, where I showed you earlier, I'm down in the base of the canyon. That's looking at the Macaulay Mountain hill, and that's where we look down. It's right up there where that tree is. Just thought you'd find this kind of interesting.